You are welcome in pathology class. Today we will be discussing Barrovian zones. Metamorphism, you all know, takes place in response to rise, rising temperature and pressure. The progressive changes brought about in rocks by rising temperature are called progressive metamorphism. Successive rise of temperature bring about series of reactions which changes mineral assemblages. Barrow in 1912 has delineated the following series of metamorphic zones on the basis of mineral changes in metaphylites in response to increasing temperature. You can see in the diagram here, just I have drawn. This is these lines, they indicate the isograde, and in between two isogrades, that is your zone. This is your chloride zone, this is your biotite zone, chloride zone, biotite zone, almandine zone, sterolite, kyanite and sillimanite. So with the rising temperature, right, this is the, you can say, the Barrow, in though he worked from long back, since in the year started in 1893, the first investigator to show progressive changes of mineralogy in rocks similar composition on a regional scale was the first. He was the British geologist George Barrow in 1893. He examined rocks of examined part of your Dalindian series in Scottish Highlands southwest of abundant. The rocks represent include a series of usually isochemical metaphylites, metamorphosed mud rocks that could be subdivided into mineralogical zones containing sterolite, kyanite, sillimanite. And the later work by Barrow in 1912 confirmed and extended this work over much of your highlands. The textural changes in the phyllite rocks from slates to phyllites to mica schist to gneisses correspond to the following series of mineralogical zones which are related to increasing temperature. Now this is, you can say, with your increasing temperature the zones. Now this is chloride zone, and the chloride zone typically is a quartz, chlorite, muscovite, albite. This is the typical mineral assemblage of the chloride zone. And next is your biotite zone. This is your biotite zone. Next is your biotite zone. This biotite zone means this is with rising temperature. This is with rising temperature. Now in progressive metamorphism, these the line, the contact line, you can say, of this is your chloride and biotite, it is your isograde, right? So these are the isogrades I told you, and these are the zones. So with progressive metamorphism, first with at low pressure temperature is a chloride zone, then with rising temperature that is biotite, and biotite zone typically biotite, chlorite, muscovite, albite, quartz. This is the mineral assemblage of your biotite zone. Then further with increasing temperature is the garnet zone. This is almandine garnet. This is garnet. This is, you can say, sorry, this is your garnet, right? This is your garnet zone. This is, once again I draw it. This is almandine is your garnet. This is we are talking of, right? Garnet typically quartz, muscovite, biotite, almandine, sodic plagioclase. This is the mineral assemblage of your garnet zone. The next is your sterolite zone. Sterolite zone, this is your mineral assemblage. If you talk quartz, muscovite, biotite, almandine, sterolite, plagioclase. This is the assemblage, mineral assemblage of your sterolite zone. Then further with increasing temperature, there is a kyanite zone. This kyanite is typically quartz, muscovite, biotite, almandine, kyanite, plagioclase. And last, ultimately, at the highest temperature is your sillimanite. This is your sillimanite zone. This is your sillimanite zone. This and already done. Sillimanite, the assemblage, mineral assemblage of sillimanite zone is quartz, muscovite, biotite, almandine, and then the sillimanite, plagioclase, potash feldspars. The mineral assemblage of your sillimanite zone. Each mineralogic, you can say, mineralogic zone is characterized by presence of new mineral termed as indexed mineral. After a mineral has formed, it may persist through several higher level area zones. A line drawn on a map to represent the group of exposures marking first appearance of new mineral with increasing metamorphic grade is known as your isograde. The first appearance means a line drawn on a map to represent group of exposures marking the first appearance of new mineral with increasing metamorphic grade is known as isograde. Isograde created as a result of mineralogical reactions resulting from changes of pressure and or temperature. Some zone boundaries may not be due to PT changes but instead to initial differences in rock chemistry. These compositional boundaries not isogrades. It was initially assumed that an isograde was a line of constant PNT, as it is now known that pressure and temperature can vary independently of each other. Present changes, or you can say the present usage, favors the definition of an isograde simply line as a line indicating a change in the mineralogy within the rock of the same composition, right, to consistency of pressure and temperatures. The isograde mapped as lines on the map represent the interaction of mineralogical reaction surfaces within the earth surface. So this isograde, once again I want to clear it, that isograde may be defined as line of outcrops on which a mineral assemblage begins to appear, that we also say the index minerals, or disappear. The metamorphic rocks present within the zone that is limited on both sides by isograde considered to be recrystallized within a definite range of temperature and pressure. Isograde lines, line of equal grade on the map, are interpreted as being isothermals. So once we say Barrovian zones means metamorphism, just I told you metamorphism usually takes place in response to rise of temperature. Progressive changes brought about in rocks by rising temperature are called progressive metamorphism. Successive rises of temperature bring about a series of reactions which changes mineral assemblage. Barrow has delineated a series of metamorphic zones on the basis of mineral changes in metaphylites in response to the increasing temperature. You can see it as chloride zone characterized by chlorite, muscovite, phyllite, schist. Then a biotite zone characterized by appearance of biotite. The boundary between chlorite and biotite zone, that line that marks the first appearance of biotite, is called biotite isograde. So this is your first, this is the biotite isograde. Similarly, this is your biotite, then this is your garnet, almandine, right? So like that, the first appearance, what we said is the first appearance, the boundary between chlorite and biotite zones, line that marks the first appearance of biotite is called your biotite isograde. Then next is your almandine garnet, that is almandine zone means garnet zone. The appearance of almandine garnet which persists to higher zones. The boundary between biotite and the almandine is called almandine isograde. Similarly, the next, this is your staurolite, right? This is Storlite isograde, then this is your kyanite isograde, then this is your sillimanite isograde. Kyanite zone characterized by appearance of kyanite, and similarly your sillimanite zone marking appearance of sillimanite and disappearance of kyanite. The zones recognized for pilitic rocks that are called Barrovian zones. Means this is because he worked on these. So the zones recognized for pilitic rocks are called your Barrovian zones. Pilitic rocks tend to show textural changes with rise of temperature as phyllite, mica schist and gneiss. You all know that from shale, phyllite is formed with rise of temperature. Then from phyllite, mica schist, you can say schist in general, and then with further rise, the schist changes to gneiss. So this is the textural changes. So to conclude, means Barrow studied, or Barrow you can say first explained the zone concept in progressive metamorphism, that with rise of temperature the different mineralogical changes takes place, and the different mineral assemblages are found with rising temperature, and the first appearance of a particular mineral is naturally that is the isograde, and between two isograde is a zone, and this from you can say with low temperature chloride zone, then the first appearance of biotite, that will be biotite isograde, and the zone between almandine and your biotite zone, biotite isograde will be biotite zone. Similarly, almandine zone between the Storlite isograde and the almandine isograde. Same way, your kyanite zone between your sillimanite isograde and your kyanite isograde. So this is very simple, that with progressive metamorphism, that is according to Barrow, the zones of increasing metamorphic grade are characterized by entry of certain index minerals. This you can say according to Barrow, the zones of increasing metamorphic grade are characterized by entry of certain index minerals, and these are chloride, biotite, garnet, storlite, kyanite, sillimanite. Right, so these are the zones of you can say the Barrovian zones. The first chloride zone, biotite zone, garnet, storlite, kyanite, sillimanite with increasing temperature, or you can say with progressive metamorphism. The isograde line joining points where the rocks have suffered metamorphism under similar pressure temperature conditions. So means suppose that a rock is having the same composition, is having some composition, and means that isograde, that is a line that will you can say joining points on the map where the rocks have suffered metamorphism under similar pressure temperature conditions. So that in broad, the Barrovian zones, he tried to delineate the grade of metamorphism in you can say in terms of your zones. That was the Barrovian zone concept in 1900, which we gave in 1912. So this is all for this class, the Barrovian zones. We will take up some other topic in our next video. Thank you very much. See you. Have a good day.